What is happening, everybody, man? Thank you guys tuning in another episode of Expert Mentors Live. We got a special edition. We've got a special lady in the house and our first honey badger of the month. And we had to pause a second. We had to come live because we were going down the rabbit hole of some really good stuff. So Rose, I'm gonna let you rewind for just a second, but I'm gonna let Albie do the introduction for our honey badger of the month, and then we're gonna ask you to rewind a couple minutes and let you kind of dive into the story that you were sharing with us.
Yeah, we're gonna meet Rose, and I'll tell you what, this is gonna be a really special. And I would say, I don't want to use the word special. It's gonna be inspiring. When you hear Rose's story, I was inspired. I had goosebumps. I voted for her, and several other people voted for this young lady right here. Because when we talk about the traits of a honey badger, no one that I've seen in a long time really reflects those like Rose has. And we're going to hear the story, and it is absolutely special. Before we dig into that, I wanted to make a couple quick announcements. Number one, the agent to CEO tickets, as we already knew, are flying off the. I'm guessing in 2 weeks they'll be gone. The VIPs, guys, I didn't know this, but we're doing a VIP ticket this year, and those are going faster than the GAs. People want to be in that VIP dinner. We're having a special VIP dinner for the VIPs. Of course, they're going to have front row seats as well, and they're going to get a VIP ticket to the concert. So go to honeybadgernation.com, check out Agent to CEO, and get in that room. It's getting in these rooms that have been the number one. I don't know about you guys. Well, I know it's for a fact for you guys. Getting into rooms is the number one thing that we can point at that's really led to our level of success and leveling up our mindset and who we are as humans, which is exactly what we're going to hear from Rose about too, and how she gets into rooms. I love it. Second, the concert. You can get your tickets. Come see Michael Ray, Dustin Black, Michael Rotundo. All of our friends from Nashville are all coming up with Josh Phillips, who's written some amazing number one songs for Jason Aldean, a lot of other artists. Come to Cleveland. Those tickets also, honeybadgernation.com. Scroll down and get your tickets. But let's talk to Rose. Rose, welcome to the podcast. When I first met you, I didn't know who you were. I knew that you were, I believe, from like Southern Georgia or the Atlanta area, right? And you started popping into our trainings and our huddles every single time. I'd see this lady Rose, and she's full of energy, super excited, like was just inspiring me just with the energy you brought. But then the next level of inspiration came is when I heard your story, how you got to that, how you ended up getting to where you're at right now, and how you got into the rooms. So welcome. Congratulations on Honey Badger of the Year. I see you got some of your gear on.
I got my gear on, everybody. Look at me.
Yeah, she's sporting that merch.
I even got a cup, y'all.
Oh, you got the cup. Look at that.
I got the cup.
And you got it all on. And I tell you, nobody sports it better than you. I mean, amazing.
You.
And you, again, honeybadgernation.com. You can either get it one or two ways. You have to be Honey Badger of the Month, or you can buy it on the site. Just go to honeybadgernation.com and get it. But Rose, you inspired me and so many others, which is why you got that voted in as the Honey Badger of the Month. But it was your story that really hit home for me. It's a story of resilience. It's a story of getting knocked down several times and not ever quitting. Just you kept getting back up. But I want everyone to hear your version of it. So can you kind of just wind back how you ended up, kind of coming into our group, meeting this group, and the troubles you were having right at the beginning when you were trying to get to the convention and even to Cabo. Tell us a little bit about Rose.
First of all, my story's not over. It's not gonna be over until I'm literally sitting in the seat like y'all with all the people and agents and motivating and coaching. That's when my story will be over, when I'm doing nothing but coaching and traveling and inspiring others and having a team that's so big that I'm able to inspire the world. That's when my story's over. So I'm still going. So I just want to say that to anybody, because y'all, I'm totally not where I desire to be as of yet. And but what it was last year, as y'all know, a lot of agents had a lot of challenges getting deals. And I know sales, but I did not understand real estate. I got in it with a couple of people that they were seasoned in what they were in, and I didn't understand. So there was a guy, his name is Calvin from the Wealthy Group. And he was doing his event because they always motivate me. They're one of the, outside of my group, they're one of the top groups that's under him. I think they're under you guys as well. So anyway, long story short, he said, who's not going to EXP Con? And everybody was like, I'm not going. I can't afford to go. And I was one of those people. And he said, if you can't afford to go, you can't afford not to go. He said, the only way you're going to get EXP is go to EXP Con, get there, get in the room, get an understanding of how to play this game and play it. If you don't do that, you're playing. Why are you with an EXP? That was his exact comment. I heard him. I literally for the first time I heard somebody and I admired the person. So I was like, okay. So I asked my team, within the next time we got back on the car, I said, hey, can I sleep on somebody's floor? Can I, you know what I'm saying? Can I ride with somebody? If I get there, can y'all get me in? What can we do here? Let's figure this thing out. And so that's what happened. I got there. And when I got there, I was like, oh, I ain't knew how to play the game. It's just a whole nother machine. I saw so much. It was just like everybody, anybody who is not planning on going to EXP Con, please take this moment. Get to EXP Con because it's phenomenal. I am going and I plan on taking others with me this particular time. But then right after I thought I had got the most of it, I saw you, Jay, and I said, what to do? You probably don't even remember. I said, hey, Jay, I said, I heard you I didn't even know who you was, sir. I was like, they had told me who you was. And I walked over there to you and I was like, what you recommend to us? You said, get all the training that we got, do it, and just follow the rules. Don't try and reinvent the rule. Just follow what we taught you. What we've already laid out. I was like, okay, bet. So I went and sat down and then there was one flyer. It was just one flyer sitting over on the food table, and it said, what did it say? No, they had talked about it, but I couldn't figure out how to spell Cabo because my spelling is atrocious. So every time I was trying to look it up, I couldn't spell it. I was like, the girl was like, I told you 3 times, it's Cabo, da da da. I'm like, damn, I can't spell this shit. I looked on the table, and it was one flyer that said Cabo. I said, this is for me. I felt like the universe had gave me the flyer. That flyer to this day, if we was at my house, y'all would see it. It's still sitting on my board. I said, I'm going to Cabo. So from there, y'all, I got deals, pulled myself out of foreclosure 3 times. I know, right? Didn't get a job, still just pushing deals.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Then after I did that, I got enough money to get myself to Cabo. Got to Cabo, and then I still got a deal that's very large. It's a $15 million deal. It's still moving. It hasn't closed yet, but I spoke to the people today. They're still moving forward. So until that closes, it is what it is. But I know it was my mindset that did it. It was me not giving up. Mm-hmm. But that's what I was telling y'all before we came. Anybody that listen to me, y'all, I don't have good days all the time. That's why I created Mindset to Millionaires. It's on Monday at 7 a.m. I'm helping you start your day with the right mindset. Start your week with the right mindset. I don't want it at 7 p.m. I want it at 7 a.m. on a Monday. So when you go in, you coming in correct. You coming in hot. You getting the inspiration, the motivation, the things that's necessary to take you to the next level. And only you can do it. And like I just said, I had a health challenge that just showed up. And I was like, yo, I'm not taking that for an answer. I don't have time to be sick. I got to be a multi-millionaire. What's up? So that's the story. And I can't wait to see me push even further. But that's it. That's all. Let's go.
Rose, that is so freaking inspiring. And, I thank you for sharing that. And fellas, it reminds me of, Stringer, right? Stringer at his first EXP Con, he slept in his car and didn't tell anybody. And so being able to have that story, and no matter what, you get there and you get in the room. I forget, it might've been Hormozy or something. They were talking about the number one trait of billionaires is assertiveness. And you assert yourself into the situation, you assert yourself. And, I look back in, just periods of my life, and I look back to be like, well, why didn't they reach out to me? Right. And you slip into some of that entitlement, and then I have to just sit back and laugh and go, that's funny. That's not on them. It's on me. And I have to assert myself if I want to be able to do that. And Jay will tell you the number one metric that we used to pay really, really hard attention to when we first came over to EXP was how many people asserted themselves and got into his calendar doing 3-way calls. So by you sharing your story and how you find a way, no matter what, you get there, you assert yourself into the conversation. That is just a trait and an attribute, for success. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. I still have I get in my butt because I still see areas that can really be way better, and I'm honored to be on this call, to be with you guys, and it's such an inspiration. I think each time when you move, the universe moves with you. It's like me being on this call. I might have had a low moment a day or so ago, but to be on this call now, I gotta show up and show out. It's almost like the accountability is my assertion or inertia. Isn't that inertia? What is that word when something pushes you forward, whether you mean for it to or not? But that's what I'm in. Like even with a challenge, I got my stuff. Like I got my honey badger stuff. I gotta go be a honey badger. I gotta show up. I'm getting to wear the hat. That means I gotta be. Oh, and then that's the other thing I forgot to share. So I ended up deciding in Cabo, they said have an event. So I ended up having an event at Brightlands, which is a watch company that's been in existence since 1884. And we had over 25 agents. Their watches range anywhere from 20 grand and up. And it was all about the mindset of being able to be at EXP Con. But here's the thing that blew me away. I got to the EXP cruise last week. And guess what store was in there? Brightlands. It was in I was like, oh my God. It was in there. I said, so I literally asked, and I asked Brightlands, and I'm working on now us to do a Brightland event at EXP Con because they have one in Miami. I'm speaking to them. I've already spoken to my broker, and we're gonna see what we can pull off.
I love it. It's that environment, creating that environment. And I don't know if Jay's grabbing it, but we closed our first development deal in Lawton, Oklahoma, and the reward for him was a Breitling watch. So I'm sure he's grabbing it.
Are you serious?
that was
I saw something stirring in there. Okay.
Yeah, my God, really?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's just funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I've seen you wear that watch a million times. I didn't know that was a Breitling.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful watch.
Yeah.
And they have the largest relationship with Bentley. In a Bentley car,
Yep.
that watch inside the Bentley car is Breitling.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's not about Brightlands. Anybody that's listening, it's about what's capable with EXP.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my tribe. How you guys are. I'm looking for people that understand what's possible. This company, this opportunity makes your life possible. It makes my retirement possible. It makes me being able to leave a legacy for my family possible. This is not just a job. It's a promise. All I have to do is get up and make a call. Like, come on now.
Rose, unpack for us a little bit. I think, and we uncovered this a long time ago, just studying our top team members that would get to a certain financial point and then they would take their foot off the gas. Right. And it's kind of, most humans will do whatever they need to do to for survival and financial needs. And I think in the country right now, it's about 75,000. And as long as they can get to about 75K, then they're good, right? They just coast at that point. So I always like to, what's under the hood a little bit deeper. Like what's the purpose? What's the passion? What's the driving force for you? Like you didn't have to get up this morning and do, I mean, like you spent 4 days in the hospital. Like what is that purpose that just drives you, that fuel when the days that you don't want to keep going, but you keep going?
My grandsons, I have 2 of them. My daughters, you know what I'm saying? I'm past me. I'm doing it so them and their children's children, my family. I'm the one, cause they're not gonna do what I'm doing. I know it. They look at me like I'm the craziest thing since sliced bread. But I know that what I'm up to is Disney legacy. I know what I'm up to will cause them to have another life that would not be capable, if not so. And then, okay, that's my number one. But then the people who I can inspire, the people who I can motivate, if all I had to do was motivate people to be the best version of them, that would be one of the best lives I ever lived. I love doing that. Like, you don't have to pay me. I love it. Like, I freaking love getting on the phone, speaking to people, showing them how to go to the next level. That is so fun to me. I really love to see other people succeed. So that right there is also fun, and to see those people and their families. So this is what EXP is about to me. That's what I see. That's my drive.
Love that.
Oh, Albie, we got you muted, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I wanted to make a couple predictions. So, Rose, thank you for sharing and being so transparent and vulnerable. So that story, your stories, all of these stories are going to be the reason why a couple things happen. One, you guys remember Ed Milet when he spoke in Cabo, and he spoke a couple years prior to that in, I want to say, Florida for EXP shareholders. One of the biggest things was his father was an alcoholic, and another gentleman came and pulled him out of a gutter. He was laying in a puddle and saved him and brought him out. And long story short, the reason that guy was so qualified after his dad had been through rehab multiple times and just could not really get his shit together, why was it this one guy was able to help him and break through? It's because he was already there. His story that Ed's dad was currently living, he had already lived that story. So it made, because he was already, he was down in the outs. He had nothing, lost everything, had been drunk in a gutter, just waiting to either die or be saved. And so he was uniquely qualified because he had already been through that journey. Now, yours is a different journey, Rose, but here's what I predict. You're going to be building an organization and a business around other people who are going to be going through what you're going through right now. And you are uniquely in a position to be able to help them like no one else can. So that story needs to be heard. I also predict the second thing. You're going to be on stage sharing that story very, very soon. And my third prediction is because of those two things, you're going to be walking into that Brighton watch store and you're going to be
Get my watch
with some ice on that wrist of yours. I predict that it's going to happen. I'm already seeing it because it's people like you that can really move people, to inspire them to break through whatever that's holding them back to that next level. You're helping people see beyond that. So thank you so much. And you've inspired me. I mean, I don't know, Jay, how many stories were going through your head as she was talking?
Yeah.
Like that's the real stuff. That's what people want to really come and hear, because you're down to earth. Like you're a normal human being like us, and they need to hear that story.
Thank y'all so much. I don't know what else to say, but thank you.
That's it.
So besides the legacy side of things, I mean, do you have any like goals that looking to push for this year? What are some big, crazy, even bigger goals? Like actually set those that you're really striving
you're
towards?
gonna make me say it. Oh, so I want at least 130 people before EXP Con. That's my big one. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but that's my goal.
I love it.
And then I want to bring at least 10 or more who couldn't afford to go I want to pay for them to come. And I've inspired another young lady from Florida. Her and I are going to get a van and drive them down, and then we're going to get an Airbnb together and get them there, get them in the room. We want to get other people who could not afford to go. And
Yeah.
I've already told the people who can get there, like, we're not getting the Airbnb just to get it. Bring a cover. Like, if you need a place to stay so you could get in the room, come get in the room. Like, let's make sure we get others, because honestly, if I wouldn't have been in that room, I wouldn't be on this call right now. So it's like, who else needs that? You know, this is a time where people are not sure what's going on in their lives. They're not sure of how they're going to do what they got to do. They're really concerned. They need to know they got a avenue, if they just push, to go to the next level. And, you know, so come on. That part. That's what it's on. That's what it's about. That's where we are. That's what we have to do. And even me saying it to myself, I'm inspiring myself, because every day you have to push past the I can't, that I don't know, that I don't have enough, that I don't have the money, that I don't, whatever the heck it is. You have to push from that, because guess what? The other thing don't have nothing for you. It don't have anything for you. So why not go forward? I mean, it just makes sense.
God, so good.
I love that, Rose.
Yeah.
Rose, that's awesome. And I love the big impossible goal, right? We were talking about that the last couple of weeks, and, you know, we're just hardwired to solve problems. Why not solve a big impossible problem that we just don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to figure it out. And like you said, just take action on it. For folks listening in, you know, like, what is the action? What is that first step? Like for you, like, you know,
mindset to millionaire. That's my Monday cause. Your first action is your mindset. Meditate. If I don't know if you're spiritual, pray. But every day, set yourself up. I literally have my alarm clock set at 4:44, 11:11, and I think the other one is 5:55, and it's a couple of other times. And they have affirmations on them. And I read them 3 times. And I just, because I don't know where my mind is in that. You know how sometimes day go by, something happened. Like I said, I literally just left a cruise. I was flying high, excited. And then boom, I got hit with 220, 111 blood pressure. Like, where'd that come from? And I was like sitting in the bed, like, where the hell? I could not, I did not expect that. That took me out, you know, and I've sat there for a minute, but then I eventually told them, I was like, yo, I gotta go. Like, I'm not meant to be here. Y'all got the wrong person.
It's funny that, you know, kind of, I mean, I love that mindset. Our good friend Ryan Stewman has the force of average. So every time that you try to level up, the force of average is going to pull you back down. And we've heard the crabs in the bucket, and, you know, from a spiritual side of things, we've heard, you know, every time you try to look, the devil's going to try to pull you back down. And so being able to know that you're just fighting resistance, you know, growth is just resistance. I did not know
that.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me that, John.
Yeah. And you're living it. You're absolutely living it. I do have a question, if you'll share. What are the affirmations on your alarms?
Okay, hold on a second. I'll get them. Hold on. I got to look at them. Give me 1 second. I don't know how much time we got, but I'm going to get them.
You pull those up, and, you know, for everybody listening in, you know, this is a honey badger mentality. And, you know, if you've got a honey badger out there, go to honeybadgernation.com, nominate your honey badger of the month, and being able to, you know, give us an opportunity to showcase and share their story. So you can go to honeybadgernation.com and nominate the honey badger of the month. You know, this is something that we love. It was our most cherished award at NAEA. You got one of what there are 7 official NAEA honey badgers walking the planet. Mr. Albie Stasek is one of them. And so being able to, you know, do that on a monthly basis is really cool for us. All right, Rose, you got him?
My dreams and goals are now my reality. Yes. I said 3 times, my dreams and goals are now my reality. Yes. My dreams and goals are now my reality. Yes. I say yes afterwards so that I'm letting the universe know it's a yes. That one is at 11:11. I got another one that says everything I need is already in me. I am enough. Because a lot of times people feel like they're not good enough, right?
Mhm.
And then I'll give you one more. This one, it says, I'm the source of my abundance. Wealth flows to me and through me. I am the source of my abundance. Wealth flows through me and to me. And then, because a lot of times we put our abundance in what's going to happen outside of ourselves. But the truth is, it's you. You are the source. Once you recognize that, then you make the move, and then nothing outside of you can stop you from being the best version of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good. It's so good. It's so powerful. Thank you for sharing that, right? Because it's the whole thing, right? We have to be really careful of the words we say out loud, because what we say we hear, and what we hear, we start to form that little tape recorder in the back of our mind. And if we're saying negative things, guess what that little voice in your head's telling you. So being able to put the positive affirmations is so key.
And I visualize too, like the ones in the morning and the one at night. I got one at night for 11:11 at night, and one in the morning at 4:44. I visualize my day. I visualize me in abundance. I visualize me healthy. I visualize, because look, I went to the doctor, but guess what? I got a clean bill of health. They looked at everything. I got MRIs, CTIs. I got all this, whatever the things was. They gave me all of that, and they couldn't tell me nothing but that I had a challenge with blood pressure. And I was like, okay, all right, so that means work out, eat different. Okay, cool. But everything else, no, I did not have a stroke. No, I don't have a heart problem. You know what I'm saying? So from that point, I took even that situation and said, okay, well, it was an expensive physical, but all right, I got a physical. Now it's time to go hard. And just, I might have to eat less meat. Let's go. So, that's where I'm at, guys. I love and appreciate each of y'all for giving me the inspiration, because y'all are really how I know it's possible. I see y'all and I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can. Yep. So thank y'all for being who y'all are, because y'all the beginning. And now all I got to do is activate and do.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Well, Rose, I mean, we do this for you. This is when we meet someone that's like you, that's just bold, and you have an unwavering drive for greatness, and you just keep shining your light on others like that. That's why we do what we do. Yeah. This inspires us to go bigger. And so I'm glad that we can inspire each other. And from myself, from my team here at Honeybadger Nation, and all 14,000 Honeybadgers, thank you for leading, and keep shining your light, keep inspiring everybody. And you're going to be walking out of that Brighton store with some ice on that beautiful wrist of yours. I know it.
Give a little prime, right? You get to show them what time it is. Yep. Rose, if folks want to jump into your Mindset to Millions, how can they jump in and be a part of that?
So that's Facebook, because at Cabo taught you to create a Facebook group. Remember? Cabo taught you to create a Facebook group and to have an event. So that's my Facebook group, and I have it on Mondays at 7 a.m. You guys can join. Anybody can join. And then my next event, I'm hoping will be, I haven't got my date yet. I apologize, Al. But nope. The next one is Monday at 7 a.m. So anyone that want to come through Monday at 7 a.m., I have a special guest there. I always have a special guest, somebody that's made it, somebody that's amazing. They come, they talk to you, they show you, they answer questions. It's different than any other thing, because we talk. We have a conversation about how we got through, what we're doing, what we can do to motivate, what we can, it's all about that. It's literally a real hands-on, and it's only 30 minutes, just true to time. 7 a.m. to 7:30. That's it.
That's Eastern time, right?
Huh?
At 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, 7 a.m.
And then how do we go on Facebook? How do we search? Like, do we just search you, DM you?
You can search groups for Mindset to Millions, or you can search Rose Offord. Either one.
Mindset.
Perfect. Okay. I love it.
Love it.
You guys listening in, get a part of that group, give some love back to Rose. Just appreciate you, being who you are and just pouring into us and pouring into everybody and part of the Honeybadger Nation.
Thank
Thank you,
y'all so
Rose.
much. I appreciate all of y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really gonna be able to say thank you when I can maybe get one of y'all a watch.
Love it. Good stuff. Albie, honeybadgernation.com. Get your tickets to Agent to CEO in the Land coming up September 24th and 25th. The three of us obviously look forward to that event, obviously being, to help and be there and really, the event's fun, but it's really to support, what Al's been doing for 10 years and, rock the spectrum. And I love how we've just combined everything. I mean, every penny that we make over what it cost us to throw the event goes to a great cause. And just excited to have the opportunity to be a part of it and support Al and support, rock the spectrum.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool.
Can't wait.
Nice.
See you in
Fantastic.
Cleveland. Thanks, Rose.
See you guys. Thanks, Rose.
Thank
See
you,
you,
Rose.
fellas.
Thanks,
Bye.
y'all. Bye-bye.